Find out what it takes to have this installed. Press power off. I just spent 40 minutes just undoing the covers. Teamwork makes the dream work. She's cutting through a welded part to customize the fit. We're gonna test it. Please. Yeah! Yeah! Just a beautiful. Here's the side view. I'm gonna conduct some testing and Jess told me not to do this. Are you sick of having to manually close your frunk all the time? Come on, it's 2025. Tesla, you could have done better than this. If you have two Teslas like me, you might actually open the wrong frunk on one of these vehicles and end up having to travel 2 kilometers back just to close it again. Well, with Hanshou's Model Y Juniper Power Frunk installation, you can do this. It's almost 10 o'clock and my mission today within the next 2 to 4 hours is to successfully install the Hanshou Power Frunk accessory. So what do we need to prepare for this installation? Simply just grab the Hanshou Power Frunk accessory box as well as some tools you may have at home, including some cable ties to neatly organize all the cables. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important ingredient of all, a step-by-step installation guide by Hanshou. Let's get right into it. First things first though, let's remove everything that's currently sitting in the front. Now, I've spoken to many other owners about this installation process. People are saying it takes somewhere between 2 to 3 hours. If I was to film myself every step of the way, the video will end up being around 4 hours and that's not going to help anyone. Not you guys who are watching and not me who's going to get wrecked by my wife. So rather than give you a step-by-step guide as a newbie myself, what I thought I'll do is answer some of your frequently asked questions and document how I go with this whole installation process. Oh, by the way, a quick reminder to power off your vehicle before getting started with the installation. To do this, you can go to Vehicle Controls, then Safety, scroll all the way down, press power off. Wow. I hope I didn't get the wrong one. This is what you will find in your box. Very nice. Okay, a bit of an update. Bad news, I just spent 40 minutes just undoing the covers. Look at this. Wow, so that's what's inside a robot. And right here, just so you guys don't get bored, I'll answer my first FAQ question. This one gets asked quite a bit. Did you buy a rear-wheel drive or a long-range Model Y? And the answer is rear-wheel drive. Main reason for it is that we don't have direct access to home charging, meaning we have to rely on public chargers. Since the long-range Model Y uses a different battery, which sits happy between that 30% to 80% charge rate for long-term battery health, that isn't something we can accommodate all the time when we have 2 young kids and no access to home charging. Hey guys. I spent around an extra hour since I last spoke to you guys, and then I was discovered by my lovely wife who told me to come back home before 12. So we're packing up shop for today and we'll be out on another day to finish this journey. See you tomorrow. And we're back. Jess and I were wondering last night why it was taking us so long to work on the Power Frunk, and we thought there was just not enough light.
Let's see if that's true, eh?
So here we are in the middle of the day. We have tons of daylight and under 2 hours to get this done. Less filming, more working. Yes, ma'am.
Chop chop.
Jess is probably annoyed because I just keep filming instead of doing work, but teamwork makes the dream work. We're at the same step it took us 2 hours to get to within 15 minutes. Quick tip, if you don't want your frunk to drop while you're working on the Power Frunk, make sure you have one of these, like a big pole or walking stick, whatever you can find. Definitely a keeper.
I'm wearing a white dress with a white t-shirt.
And she's cutting through a welded part to customize the fit.
펄떡살 나온다고.
I'd love to be the manly man doing all this, but my hands are so fat and it doesn't fit through the gaps. Does it work?
Yeah.
My wife's working really hard and I'm hardly working. But it's time for FAQ part 2. A lot of people have asked, you guys look like you guys live in an apartment. How do you charge your car? Luckily for us, the apartment next door actually has a paid charging network. It takes around 5 hours for a full
Letting me to do all the hard work so he can just stand and just look like everything's magically done.
Takes around 5 hours, costs around $25 for a full charge from 0 to 100. We just usually park there for a couple of hours, work from home, pick the car up, and we're sweet.
Now, since this is a $440 worth of work, if you take it to mechanic, if I do it, do I get full 40?
Family discount, please. I'll give you $220 from my bank account to your bank account, which is a joint account.
Can I add a zero and buy me a diamond necklace?
We finished doing 100,000 wires. We're gonna test it, and if it doesn't work, we're gonna neck ourselves and cry. We haven't put the covers back on. We're just gonna try press this button, see if
And
it.
hope for the best.
And hope for the best. Please, please, please. Careful.
So, go.
Please. Yeah! Well, open it with the app. Wow. And closing automatically. Just beautiful. No more celebration.
We need to close and pick up the kids.
Let's clean up. We can go home in peace. All right, a bit of a debrief. Yeah, I think that was one of the most technically difficult projects we've took on as a couple.
Stressful.
Would you recommend this whole process to an average couple?
I think it was testing our patience and how well we work together. We didn't fight.
We were resilient. It grew our character, our love, patience. It taught us so many lessons. If you want a life lesson, a couples therapy, and also see the very insides of the person you're potentially going to marry, I recommend doing this as a couples exercise. We didn't fight. No one got angry.
I was a bit angry at the car. Yeah, but every time we accomplished something, we were very cheery and like hugging and like lovey-dovey and cute, like.
True. I thought South Korea won the Olympics or something. For like hugging each other, jumping up and down. Because it was that hard, not gonna lie. It took us around 4 or 5 hours altogether.
Yeah, because we know nothing about all of this mechanic and all this car, and like we know nothing. We even have a hard time when we put up IKEA furniture together for Ash's room.
I was very close to just paying someone to do it. But now that I've done it, actually don't contact me for any... Don't contact me asking for installations because that won't do anyone good. Yeah, my hand was too big, didn't fit through any of the gaps, made me sad.
My hands were small enough, but my hands weren't strong enough.
Now our couple therapy time is over, so we're gonna pick up the kids and test out the front even more. Let's go!
I was keep on hovering the screen to change gears. I was like, what are you not doing? And then I was like, oh, I realized that it's a different car.
Are you happy we kept the Model 3?
Very happy. I love that car.
We've been renting it out, so hopefully nothing happens. Okay? Bye-bye. Hey, you might be thinking with a couple of $100, it's a bit of a steep price to get your power frunk installed, but we have to think about the long-term effects. Imagine being able to open your frunk like this for the rest of your vehicle's lifetime. If you have a dirty hood as well, you could get your hands dirty every single time. Rather than that, hands-free, boop. And then press the same button to close. As simple as that. And I've been doing some research because people worried about the warranty side of things, and I talked to some Tesla advisors and they said provided everything goes well with the installation itself and I don't mess up any systems, the only part that would have its warranty voided is just the hydraulic cylinders. Let's see what this looks like from the outside. And then to close, Now, since I have very young kids, safety is always a concern when it comes to powered parts in the vehicle. I'm gonna conduct some testing, and Jess told me not to do this, but she just went to work, so I've placed a cheap mouse pad next to the place where the front's meant to close. If it doesn't break the mouse pad, then I'll try my finger next. All right, drum roll. Ouch. Okay, so it's just crushed the mouse pad, RIP. Reopening to check the damage. Mouse pad seems fine. Okay, so I think we have to try an object that's bigger. So this time, some shopping bags. Oop, recognizes it, and then reopens back up. Good boy. It seems like it's working, so the final test. If you're Jess, please stop watching. Go. Please. I'm joking. There's no pressure at all, and I can simply just slide my arm out like this, and it'll continue closing. Good stuff! We're really happy with the overall installation experience, as well as what the product is offering for us now. This is going to give us a super convenient way to access the front, and it means a lot for a small family like us. If you're interested in getting one of these yourself from Hansho, we do have a sponsored link in the description, which you can use to get around 20% off, I think, which is a huge deal. So let me know what you think. All the best with your installation process, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Here's the side view. If Tesla offered this as an add-on for like $500, I would have bought it instantly. Would have saved all of us the trouble. Time to do some additional testing. Jokes. The front's just annoyed, and that's about it. Very, very safe.